Okay, I apologize for kind of bringing your conversations to a good stopping point. And to a close. So thank you for digging into that, and sorry to kind of shortchange that, but I want to make sure to give you a chance, which I always say I never did enough of when I was in the classroom, the reflection piece. One quick note, I did put a flyer out. The details are out for this year's My ELA Network Institute. A lot of you have referenced the fact that you're using the MESA units, and I've heard they're kind of bare bones. Pieces are, you wish you had more. Those are the perfect kinds of things. Go to, I can't remember if I talked about the Ning here. I think I did the first time, but we'll come back to that next session. But go to that Ning, go to that community and pose those questions. Find your grade level group and pose questions out there around that stuff. But this is that face-to-face time. So we're doing it 3 days this year. The reason for 3 days, honestly, is because Father's Day is on that Sunday. So we didn't want to put our facilitators in a bind to have to make a decision between a family commitment. So we're bringing the facilitators in Monday evening, and then they're going to go Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. That's why it's that way this year. Also, you'll notice if you're just getting started with the units and you just want to find out more about them, and again, I should say workshop instruction, but we use the units as a backdrop. But there are the foundational, as they call it. And then what we've done this year that's different is we're allowing this research into practice. So what's happened is we've gotten teams of teachers that have gotten together that are really digging deep into the ones conferring an assessment, correct? Is it reading, confirming? Yeah. So reading, conferring, and assessment. So they're really analyzing the idea of conferencing and using that to provide true assessment. And so their session is going to use the units as a backdrop, but really focus on how they're using their conferring time during the reading block to assess their students and where they're at. And so they're actually doing this in their classroom, and they're going to share those thoughts and those practices in application for you to dig deeper. So we're trying to go with this research theme, which will likely continue. So I want to encourage you, to attend, or even furthermore, consider how you're putting this into practice, and next year I'll try to let this group especially know if you want to be interested in being a facilitator, be a person that leads that work, whether you want to team up with somebody from your district, but you get a chance to team up with others like you from across the state. So even though they aren't quite as, what was it, Catherine? Naturally appealing, and what was the other? It's not as what were your words that you used about the east side? No. Okay. So even though they're lacking some of those things, we can still talk to them professionally about how they're doing. No, I couldn't help but lead into that. So consider that if you have more questions. We just got into this conversation earlier. I don't want to be overbearing, but all of you are extremely qualified, and it's a chance to take the notice and note and apply that throughout the year. And then organize 3 days around how you use notice and note with the MESA units to take your kids to another level. That's the point. It's the action research. And so we're trying to add that element. So if you've got an idea and you want to run with it, I'm the first one in line to advocate for you. We're lucky to have Lisa with us. She is a facilitator. You did it for 2 years or just last year? Just last year. This year she's, go figure, doing other learning opportunities and other avenues. But she might be able to give you a little bit more insight on that, into next time.
So Mark, is just a clarifying
Yes.
question. If I really wanted to be a facilitator this coming summer, is it still open or is it closed?
It's pretty much closed for the now. I might be able to, if you wanted to do it around, I think secondary writing, we had a situation come up where we need a person for secondary writing. I think we had.
Otherwise, this
would be thinking for the summer of 2016. So you would have from now until whenever to kind of set up what you might do as action research for next year. You could start now and continually share.
Well, and do it as a team. I mean,
if you wanted.
Many of you are here with others. Think about it. Does push you and pushes you to, consider it from other perspectives.
Yep. And hopefully, even as a team, you'd be open again to teaming up with another person and again to get their perspective and put that into play. found that to be, I mean, a chance to work with others and see where they were coming from to get, I mean, and that's essentially that's what we're doing here. And that's what we're trying to set up is how can we have this face-to-face conversation.
Lisa, did you do guided reading at the very end, the last section? What was your rerun? I went to that, and it was the best one. I even went and told you, that was one of the best ones I went to. I didn't crack that until.
So there you go.
Look at this.
It was really, really good. I got a lot out of it. I did, it was good. Sorry, but she was good.
Yeah. Well, thank you. And all of you are good, right? That's why you're here. So please take a second for reflection. Our homework is to continue on with that teaching and learning around instruction. And then if you want to leave us sticky notes around what is it that you got or what is it that you need further to help us with our formative assessment moving forward. We do have our one more session in February. Have a great Christmas and New Year. So, hold on. I'll check it.